Good day, everyone. How has your week been? I'm Satoko and hosting this show. This show is about life and living in Kagawa for foreigners. You are watching Saぬき English TV. We are broadcasting this from Panda Studio Kagawa in Takamatsu, Kagawa, Japan. Please send us message by Facebook page, Twitter, or email. URL email address are as shown. Today, our show is a little bit of different from usual. We have our very first guest on our show. That is great, isn't it? He is from USA and living in Kagawa and also working as a professor. I will be interviewing him soon, and also on what's going on, I will be introducing the music live events that I really love the most. Okay, I will be back right after the 10 seconds commercial. Today's What's Going On, I would like to introduce one music band in Kagawa that is doing a really cool music live events. The band is called Snow Leopard and the show is called YUKIHYO-YA. The details are YUKIHYO-YA Vol.8, Sunday, December 15th, from 6:30 at Takamatsu Monster. The location is as shown. Admission is advance 1,500 yen, plus you have to buy at least one drink, which is 500 yen. And at the door, that is 2,000 yen plus drink. If you want to get advance ticket, please call Takamatsu Monster. The phone number is 087-813-1569. I hope you have a great time. Now, if you are organizing any kind of events, exhibition or theater events or anything, please let us know in advance of 1 month, then I'll be able to introduce it. イベントの企画運営をされている方がいらっしゃいましたら、当方の番組まで E メールでご連絡ください。1ヶ月前までにご連絡いただいておきますと、こちらのショーで、ご紹介させていただくことができます。Hi, today we found a really interesting person. We've got a great guest. He is an American professor. We are going to give some interview. Okay, hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Rob Johnston.
Where are you from?
I'm from Michigan, from a small town, Cedar Springs, Red Flannel Town, USA.
USA. Okay. How long have you been in Japan and Kagawa in total?
In Kagawa, I've been in total probably about 9 years.
9 years.
I came in 1998 and stayed for 5 years, and then I came back again. I went back to the US and then came back here in 2009. So altogether 9 or 10 years in Kagawa.
In Kagawa, in Japan in total?
In Japan, total about 11 years.
11 years, such a long time. What was the reason for you to choose Japan to live?
When I was younger, in junior high school, I started studying Okinawan karate.
Oh,
And one of my teammates, his mother was from Okinawa. And actually, her son works as an English teacher in Kurashiki right now for the
I
Kurashiki Board of Education.
oh, cool. I see. That was the reason. I see. Well, so your reason to be interested in Japan was a person or people from Okinawa, but you were here in Kagawa. Do you mind if I ask?
Well, when I first graduated and was going to come to Japan, I read a bit about Japan, and from what I had read, it said Shikoku was the most old-fashioned and still a lot of traditional culture still exists in Kagawa. So when I got my first job, I came to Takamatsu.
I see. Okay, so what is your occupation? Even though the box says your occupation, can you explain everybody what you do in Kagawa?
Well, right now I work at Kagawa Kosen at the Takuma campus.
Oh,
And mainly I work in the electronic systems engineering department.
so
But I
not just
also
English, sorry.
but I teach one class also in the general ed department. Also, besides Kosen, I teach 5th and 6th grade at 3 different Mino elementary schools.
Oh.
And what's interesting about that is some of the 5th and 6th graders that I've taught from 4 years ago. Next year, the new students entering Kosen,
Oh.
first year students, a few of those are going to be students that I previously taught at Mino Elementary School. So
That's
it's kind of
very-
going to be exciting, I think, next
Yeah.
year to see some of those students after 4 years.
Yeah, that is something that you have, the kind of experience you can only have just because that you've been in the same town, working in the same place for a long time. You must be so thrilled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really
Cool.
I like the
Yeah.
Mitoyo City.
I see. So I would like to ask you about our experience being in Kagawa as a foreigner. So what is the biggest culture shock in Kagawa?
Well, I'm not sure if you'd call it culture shock, but in college, I had a minor in Japanese.
Oh,
But
but
when I got here, everybody spoke Sanuki-ben.
yeah.
So I couldn't understand, especially my landlord. I spoke Hyojungo.
Yes.
And my landlord could understand what I was saying, but every time when she spoke back to me, I couldn't understand what she was saying. And
Yeah.
and actually at the same time, during that time, one of my first jobs was teaching at the yochien, or the nursery school or kindergarten,
Yeah.
in Murecho. And I learned a lot of the Sanuki-ben from those little nursery school kids.
Oh, how so?
Well, say for example, I was showing letter cards or something, and I would ask the students, 誰かこの文字知っていますか? 誰か知ってる? And some little kid would raise his hand up and 知っとる!
That's how. So you were teaching them English, and then they were teaching you Sanuki-ben.
Sanuki-ben.
For just in case that somebody who's outside of the Japan watching this show, Sanuki-ben is our dialect, kind of a very strong dialect for non-Japanese person, is spoken in this area, Kagawa. that even the Japanese people outside of Kagawa sometimes have hard time understanding it. It's like probably an American person speaking with the Scottish people.
Maybe something
like that, I guess. Yeah, it's still Japanese. We understand.
After I got used to Sanuki Ben, I taught for 1 year at an international school in Tokyo, and when I spoke Sanuki Ben, for example, with people on the phone to the bank, or I would say it 5 times and they couldn't understand what I was saying. And the 5th time I would have to switch back to Hyojungo to say what I wanted to say.
Oh, that is...
So it was pretty funny.
Yeah, that is great because that means you can switch the regular Japanese to Sanuki Ben back to the regular Japanese. You must be fluent in Japanese, in both.
I try. I'm still studying, actually. I started taking some advanced Japanese courses recently, too, on the weekend.
Oh, wonderful.
So.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, the next question is, what you find unique about Kagawa? Because I know you've lived in other part of Japan, too.
Well, what I find unique about Kagawa, and I might not have known it had I not gone to work in Tokyo, that this kind of countryside area of Shikoku in Kagawa is, I feel the people have a much warmer and bigger heart and are more friendly and approachable than people that I met by chance maybe when I was in Tokyo. So I really thought that's something very unique about Kagawa.
That's a good one to hear as a local person. I was kind of a bit afraid that what's gonna come out. But that's a great point of view looking at Kagawa, I think. Yeah. And the next question is, it's kind of very close to the previous question about what you like the most of Kagawa.
What do I like the most about Kagawa? I think I like what I like most about Kagawa is that it's kind of countryside. Where I'm from in Michigan is very what you call that, inaka.
Inaka is a countryside.
And another thing I really like, especially about Kagawa, about Western Kagawa, is the Chosa Matsuri.
Oh, you like that? Do you involve into the Matsuri?
Sometimes, actually, some of my students at Kosen are on the Chosa team, and during the event, I join them in pushing the Chosa around at the festival, like in Onohara, maybe.
Yeah, that's a very famous part. I'm not confident if I could explain what Chosa is in English. Do you mind just to give a viewer?
Chosa is a portable shrine, kind of like the omikoshi, but much bigger. It takes about maybe 60 or more people to lift. It's usually during the festival season in the fall, the team pushes the portable shrine around the neighborhood and receives donations from the local neighborhood members, and maybe for good luck or drive the bad spirits away. I think it's a very deep tradition, especially around Kanonji and Onohara, Toyohama.
I see. That's so cool. If you were wondering what exactly is a Chosa, Google it. there is the beautiful, what do you call it? Mobile shrine.
Mobile shrine.
The artwork is beautiful as well. So, okay, thank you. And the last question: what activity you're into currently?
Right now, I'm a member of the local fitness club out in Takuma, Takuma C-Max, or She-Max if they use it in Japanese. And like I said before, I'm also taking Japanese lessons through the Mitoyo Japanese language class at the Mino Yakuba or Shiakusho. And also, depending on what season it is, I'm also taking part in the Mitoyo Shonen Shoujo Hatsume Club.
What's that?
It's an activity put on at Kosen on Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. And it gives young children the opportunity to play with robotics kits, do chemistry experiments, get different types of experience, building race cars.
I see.
And just many, many different activities.
Regarding to the science and
science and
that's
some of
wonderful.
the teachers from Kosen also participate in that.
I see. What age range of kids?
There's probably from very young children from Yochien, from nursery school age, all the way up through junior high.
Wow. Yochien kids get to play with the robotic
robotics. They can they get a little remote control Lego robotics kit.
Cool.
And there's a lot of different activities depending on the season and the genre, which changes month by month.
That's wonderful. Do you mind if you could come back to the show again and then give us some presentation about the club? Because actually, before I met you, I never heard about the activity. And I'm a kind of a language nerd, never had a chance or luck with the science and mathematics. I wish I had that kind of club when I was growing up. So if you don't mind, if you could give us the...
Sure.
Yeah, the next time when you come to our show.
Maybe I'll bring a link also later, or put a link down there.
Okay, thank you very much for coming on the show. I hope
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that experience being in front of camera. Okay, thank you very much, Professor Rob Johnston, everyone. Thank you.
What is Panda Studio Kagawa? Panda Studio Kagawa is a movie picture studio. We can make many types of movie pictures. For example, e-learning, web movies, virtual set. This program brought from Panda Studio Kagawa.
We are looking for some people to help us to create this show. Currently, we are doing this among just 3 people, including me. We are looking for somebody who would write a corner or whole show for us, and also some presenters. The person who would sit next to me or even take over me, and also take a camera and then go outside and do the location with us. And also we are looking for somebody who could write a blog for our show as well. And also what we are looking for is topic requests, like something like some cultures in Japan or Kagawa that you've puzzled before. and also some Japanese phrases that you would like to know, and also some Sanuki Ben, which Professor Johnstone was talking about earlier. Sanuki Ben, which is a Kagawa dialect that you are having a hard time. You hear a lot, but you don't know what the meaning of it. Those kind of topic requests we are looking for. If you are interested in, please send us a message. You can send message by email, Twitter, Facebook page, or leave a comment on the blog as shown. On next week's show, we will be introducing an activity of NGO that has been helping Tsunami area since 2011, March 11th, on Get Prepared. And also on the Blend In, I will be introducing about Japanese New Year's card. It's called Nengajo. And don't get fooled by kanji. I will be picking up a few kanjis that you see on the door of the shop. Those kanji tells you if they're open or not. I think that might come in handy. Well, look at the time. It is the time to go for me. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back on December 12th, 10 p.m. Until then, have a nice week. Bye-bye.